Hey, we're back. This is Cruel Century, of course, with Champions Online, and let's go kick some tail. No need to have any more pleasantries. We'll just clobber these guys over. Apparently, with lots of rockets and void energy and such. And judging by the bullet casings, quite a few bullets. Totally just knocked him out, right? Yeah, that wouldn't be lethal. Oh, I remember this area. Alright, so go ahead and get these guys going. Oh, almost didn't see that charge up move with his. Reminds me, I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I beat the game quite a long time ago, but I've been trying to get all the extra stuff to get 100% on the map completion at the very least. But that requires some pretty stupid stuff. Case in point, some of the enemies that you have to fight at the end of the game include things that can reflect all damage. Whatever you hit them with, it immediately is completely reflected off, and you take the full amount. They don't take anything. Just outright. And so you have to have special equipment to overcome it, but the only way you're going to know that they have it is basically just guess and check. You won't even get a warning or anything. You'll just suddenly see that, bam, you're dead. Because your character's damage output is way higher than the enemies, and also way lower defensive capabilities. It's a pretty common thing to have in games, but it really hurts. And there's another enemy I was fighting that just all of a sudden, apparently they have they're calling a damage spike, where you hit them and it automatically shoots this attack back at you, and it'll kill you in one hit. Pretty much guaranteed. And so, again, there's something to stop that, but the only way to know is pretty much either to die or to look it up. And even if you do just die from it, you pretty much have to just keep trying to figure out what's the weakness this time around. Can't believe what I've become, taking refuge in a disgusting sewer. This is all the fault of that stupid hero. I would read that, but what does it say down here? Let's get into the NPC log. I have a feeling I'll be exacting my revenge on them very soon. Well, we're certainly going to get into a fight soon. It might be a good idea to clear out some of these guys before you get into the fight. Otherwise, you may or may not have them attack you. They can aggro, but I don't believe in this one they automatically all aggro like they did in the first one. But yeah. Let's go ahead and get these pets over. That should at least reduce the problem. You know, I believe the last time that we met, I didn't have these guys to go beat the snot out of you with. Oh. It may actually be better not to bring in the pets. He's actually doing a lifesteal on them. And, unlike players, they won't block. He's actually got a decent taunt. Alright, good. They're still doing enough damage to where it didn't matter that he was doing lifesteals. Hey guys, bullets to the face. Anyways, so because the end game stuff in Xenoblade Chronicles X, I've got that on the mind a little bit too much, and it's been kind of a lot of repetition as well. Just holy crud, repetition central. I don't know what it is with people thinking that people want to go do boring grind all the time, but they do it. They keep putting in. Alright, if you go down this area, when you come back, you'll get an ambush. I believe this is the one that does that anyways, or is it this one? It's this one. Actually, I don't remember which one it is. I always get lost at this part. You know, let's just head this way and see what happens. Maybe, let's see if I guessed right. I guessed right. Didn't get the ambush. It's just like a single guy, or one or two guys little fight. Nothing special there, but in any case, let's go ahead. Let's see, no, wrong area. Gotta head back to, what is it? Police Officer Antoine, or something like that? Hoping I'm pronouncing that right. I'm pretty sure that spelling is pronounced that way. Well, minus my Terrible pronunciation, but there we go. Thank goodness that Kevin Poe is taken care of. That kid and his new purple gang have been a thorn in our side for too long. A thorn in the side of the good people of Millennium City. Say, do you hear a strange buzzing noise in your head? Totally not suspicious, right? Okay, so it's about as obvious as I can be that something's up there. We'll find out later. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the last we get to see of Kevin Poe. He was a lot cooler in his first time around. But, you see, the first time around is something they actually went back in and edited and changed it up, whereas this mission is in its original format. So that's part of the difference in the quality. Let's see. Alright, Zaragos, the name of the game is Contain and Capture. Millennium City is in danger, and folks like me and you are here to make sure nobody gets hurt, except for the bad guys, of course. I've read your Primus files, Zaragos. You have quite an impressive track record when it comes to taking down the bad guys. Get out there and have some fun. There's no better feeling than the feeling of the adrenaline surge through your system when you're bringing down a bad guy. Well, I'd have to actually disagree with that, because people don't know what real combat is like. But, for the sake of story, we'll just agree. Island Invitation is kind of stupid that it's here right now, because there's a later mission where you can get an Island Invitation and then ask her about it. But you can actually see the response long before you get the mission. So, oh well. Alright, snake eyes and ears. We need to get to the bottom of what Viper is up to around town. We've got an agent in Primus who fancies himself an actor and master of disguises. We often use him as a deep cover agent. We want our operative to replace one of the leaders of Viper operations in in City Center. A Viper lieutenant named Ivan Morgan. Defeat Morgan and we'll swap him out with our agent. You can find Morgan across the street to the southwest of Dynamic Technologies. And the Glasses Menagerie. We don't want to set up a panic, but an extraterrestrial race known as the Gadroon have infiltrated Millennium City. They are living among us, hidden by holographic technology that makes them appear human. Our research into the technology was stolen by Dynamic Technologies, an Argent subsidiary, and unless we get that technology back, we'll never be able to determine who is an innocent, endangered Millennium City citizen and who is an alien invader pretending to be a citizen. Check out the loading docks behind the Dynamic Technologies lab and see if you can find our missing tech in the crates there. The Dynamic Technologies lab is west of City Hall. And chew bubblegum, and it appears Argent used the technology they stole to start mass-producing glasses that could interfere with the holographic technology, disguising the alien Gadroon, and allow them to live among us. Unfortunately, an Argent supply truck carrying the glasses got hijacked by an enterprising member of the new Purple Gang, Reckless Roger Piker. You're going to have to turn up the heat on Piker and get a pair of those glasses. Reckless Roger Piker hangs out in a parking lot west of City Hall. Alright. And we're going to go zip on over to Kinetic. It's kind of one of those things. Certain character types do not lend themselves very well to actual gameplay. Kinetic is actually supposed to be a speedster, but unfortunately, well, your standard, with the Flash zipping around the world isn't going to work in an actual MMO. It would be too many problems with it, unfortunately. So they have to really pull you back, but they could at least give you some power sets based on it. Even if they're, not as cool as the actual ones might be, they can still look somewhat similar. Alright, anyways. A little bit farther along. And right over here. Right. Hi, Zaragos, nice to meet you. How are you doing? Oh, sorry, was I talking too fast? I do everything fast. Heck, I'm probably the fastest hero in Millennium City, so sometimes I can't help oops, there I go again. I'll try to talk slower in the future. Good to see you, Zaragos. You got here pretty fast. As someone who knows a thing or two about fast, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Okay. PSI of relief. PSI is both insidious and ambitious. They are determined to take over Millennium City, but unlike some of our other enemies, they will not do it through brute force or threats. They will make us their pawns, commanding us to do their will, through mind control. We've just got word that PSI, has just obtained some devices that will amplify their mental powers and make Psi agents able to command the unsuspecting masses. This will spell doom for Millennium City unless you are able to recover those devices from Psi. Don't let us down, Zaragos. All Millennium City is counting on you. Truthing nothing but. Mayor Basil's daughter Brianna has gone missing, and my leads have all gone dry. Maybe you could interview people who knew her for leads. Brianna used to meet one of her friends from Ravenswood Academy at an internet cafe every Tuesday for lunch, a girl named Janine Gendebur. Hope I didn't butcher that too bad. Maybe she will know something. The mayor's city administrator, Madeline Bell, was not available for questioning, but her assistant, Henry Wilden, is available and might have some information. Brianna was also an intern at Adair Media, so Sherman Adair might be a good person to talk to. You can find Sherman Adair near the Adair Media building. Henry Wilden is likely going from building to building on city business near City Hall. Brianna's friend Janine Gendebur hangs out around the city cafes near Dynamic Technologies buildings. And side effects. Zaragos, I've got some really bad news. One of the MCDPD's finest, Corporal Antoine Harrison, is currently mind-controlled by the Psi supervillain Medusa. Hence the headaches. Medusa has been exploiting people and superheroes through Harrison to Psi's benefit. It gets worse, Zaragos. Medusa had a secret identity within the... Dude, you're spoiling the plot for everyone! Within the city administration under the name of Madeline Bell. She's been giving officials false information about the whereabouts of the mayor's daughter and working to keep us from finding her. Go into the Mind Inc. offices and defeat Medusa so she will relinquish control of Corporal Harrison. Once she is defeated, talk to Corporal Harrison. You can find Medusa in one of the offices in the Mind Inc. building east of City Hall. Yeah, so much for them, keeping it in mystery. They kind of spoiled it now. Blame the devs. They're the ones who put it up this way. I've been trying to keep an eye on the rooftops because there's a specific mission that is really hard to get a hold of that's only on the rooftops. Anyways, that being said, I don't want to keep you guys too long on here. So I think, I know where this one is. This is one of the talk ones from The Truth and Nothing But, so we'll just grab this as we're passing by. Sherman Adair, what can I do for you, Zaragos? Tune in tonight's newscast, Zaragos, for an even-handed and balanced look at today's news. And I go to here. Look here, I have a business to run, and I'm not exactly a fan of Mayor Bassell. So let's make this quick. Yes, his daughter Brianna interned for Adair Media for a summer. She was a good intern, but she spent most of her free time writing in a personal journal. Outside of that, her work was stellar, a complete opposite of her father. How the buffoon got elected, I'll never know. Anyway, I haven't heard from her since she completed her internship. Wish you well in your search, but I really must return to work. A big corporation like Adair Media can't run itself, Really? Stupid game. But that was the end of it. Yeah. Getting shoved around by civilians. But yeah, basically you got a few missions, and one of the missions we're heading over to right now is just basically right next door to some of these things we need to do. And we'll pick up with the last one a little bit later. But this is just quick and easy, no actual combat in this one. The real catch is that if you don't know where to look for them, it can be a giant pain in the rear sometimes. There's one in particular that gives trouble, but again, if you know what you're looking for, it's not so bad. Alright. Am I still able to interact with these, or has that already gotten to where I've leveled it? I can still use them. Let's see. Oh, you must be one of those superheroes that Brianna is always talking about. How exciting. Do you have any exciting gossip about Sapphire? No. You're not the first person to ask me about her, and I've been beside myself with worry ever since I heard Brianna went missing. The poor girl. She was one of my best friends at Ravenswood. Unfortunately, I'm at a complete loss as to where she could be. Actually, you know what might be a good idea? I should have thought of this earlier. She used to write everything in her journal. Secret boy stuff. Maybe she left that behind somewhere. If you could find it, that might give you some ideas as to where she's gone. Anyway, I have to get going. I'm going to be late for class. Okay. So, and then the mission itself, I believe, it's right around here. It's close enough. It's got to be near here, at least. I don't see Ivan Morgan, though. So maybe it's the other side of the building. I think it might be. Yeah. That's Viper, not Purple. New Purple Gang that we're looking for. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the mini-map to get a better idea where actual locations are. Especially in this point in the game where there's actually just a small number of missions that are very difficult to actually find where you're supposed to go based on the minimal amount of information you can find from your mini-map. Alright, please target the guy who can actually be harmed. Thank you. Alright, and we'll get our fingerprints from him. Boom. Where did he turn him in? Right around the corner here is a fake Ivan Morgan. Wait, don't hit me. I'm not the real Ivan Morgan. I'm just a cleverly disguised lookalike assigned by Primus to take Viper Agent Morgan's place. Yep, that's right. I'm an undercover agent and one of Primus' very best. Admit it, I had you fooled, didn't I? No. I just beat Ivan Morgan to a pulp. Here's what you need. Phew, thanks for taking care of that for me. There's no way I'd be able to take down somebody as tough as a Viper Lieutenant like Ivan Morgan. Thanks for the fingerprints. These will totally help me complete my mission. Alright, so we'll go ahead and end that one here, and I'll see you in the next video.